Welcome back. Now, I have not posted episode 4 yet, but episode 3 is up and I'm waiting for... I'm more waiting to see if there are any comments on name suggestions, but if not, that's fine. I still need a name for the quagga and the coelacanth. But we will not be bringing back another creature in this episode. We brought back 4 last episode. So, I've set up some chests. I'm getting ready to clear out this whole island here. It's not as big as you would think. But we do have something else that we have to do this video, and that is... I took a little bit of a mining trip, if you remember, right there. There was a semi-large cave. I went inside, and it produced a lot of fossils, and when I mean a lot, I mean a lot of fossils. More than I ever thought possible. And we also got one of the rarest things in the game. So we're going to take a look at Cypher and Clive. They are both fully grown. The enclosure is a little bit different. I made it just a little bit nicer, but still not permanent. But they are both adults, as is the quagga from last episode. One of the things that the cave produced was a skeleton spawner, which I have the coordinates for right here. It is negative 189, negative 9, positive 54. I also did a little bit of adventuring off, and I found a very large tar pit. So, I also wrote down the coordinates for that, but I don't really have a need to go for it because I have a tar pit of my own. But we have the quagga. He's decently fast, has a decent jump, but he's not great, so... I can't say I'll use him much, but he is exactly like the coelacanth. So one of the things I wanted to do was actually educate some of you. I know you all hate learning. It's fine. I did listen to Rat Skull. I added the great, although I don't think this is exactly what he had in mind, but this is what I was able to do. And this pond might get a little bit bigger. Coelacanth. I don't want to drown while reading this, so. Coelacanth, the hollow spine, is a rare fish that has roamed the oceans for hundreds of millions of years. Since the Devonian period. With a length of 2 meters, the coelacanth compares in size to other fish that lived during its long existence. In the over 400 million years since the Devonian period, the coelacanth has changed its form a little. For a hundred years, scientists believed it to be extinct before its rediscovery in 1938. The coelacanth cemented itself as a living fossil, living along African coasts and Indonesian waters. Its food and temperature needs restrict it to these areas. It feeds in underwater caves and crevices at night, but during the day it rests and saves vital energy for feeding time. The coelacanth's existence is threatened by deep-sea trawling. Despite the lack of commercial value for the fish, apart from museum and private collectors, only 2 species of coelacanth remain alive today, both threatened, making them some of the most endangered animals on Earth. Many governments around the world allocate money to the conservation of the coelacanth population, of which no more than a few hundred is estimated. Without this important effort, the animal that braved more than 400 million years may join the past with extinction. Which is extremely sad, but it's just one of those things that happen. The extinction happened. Like how we killed the Tasmanian tiger. Although the quagga has a quite opposite story about its extinction. The quagga, whose name is onomatopoeia for the sound it made, is an extinct subspecies of zebra. They diverged from zebras during the Pleistocene epoch, with quaggas developing a different coat pattern than zebras. They were particularly covered by brown and white stripes, with a brown body and white legs. They were 2.5 meters long and almost 1.5 meters tall at the shoulders. Quaggas were lively equids, but unfortunately they were easy to kill, which led to their untimely extinction at the hands of humans. In the 1878, or humans in 1878. They were prized for their meat and their skins, which were used for trading, found in South Africa until their unfortunate extinction. Quaggas lived in grasslands in mutually beneficial relationships with wildebeest and ostriches. They roamed in herds that could contain between 30 and 50 animals, grazing on the abundant grass in 1987. Grazing on the abundant grass. In 1987, the breeding project was started in South Africa with the intent to selectively breed zebras until they developed a quagga-like pattern. Once a population has been created, these pesto quaggas will be reintroduced into the wild, even though their genetic code will be different. Fowls in the current genetic fowls. Even though their code will be genetically different, fowls in the current generation of the project are quickly losing their stripes and starting to resemble the exact quagga more and more. So we won't have quaggas again, but we will have a false quagga or a replica. But I guess since they technically came from zebras, they adapted that new skin pattern. They will be quaggas, won't they? I've already read Pachycephalosaurus's thing, but age 14, health good, hunger good, herbivore, territorial. He grew up with the dodo, so I can understand why he'd be fine with that. And everything. Max population 4. I want to get you some friends, Cypher. Trust me. Clive. Let's learn about Clive the dodo. Rapis calculatus. The dodo bird is an adorable and lovable flightless bird that succumbed to the wild colonization of man. Dutch sailors first recorded the existence of the bird in 1598 on the island of Myrtis, which is east of Madagascar. Over the course of the next century, hunting by sailors and invasive species drove it to the extinction, less than 100 years after the first encounter. That's crazy. Dodos were still alive up to 400 years ago. Unfortunately for the dodo, humanity's selfish desire for land and comfort clashed with the natural order of Myrtius, ending this beautiful species. Its extinction has helped call attention to humanity's growing involvement in species extinction worldwide. The dodo inhabited the woodland areas around the coastline of Myrtius. Early accounts by the Dutch detail the bird's behavior. It was herbivorous, feeding on nuts, seeds, bulbs, and fruit. Though flightless, its small wings were likely used for display and balance. Its robust legs were strong and allowed it to move and maneuver swiftly. It had an intense bite for such an adorable animal, which it used for defense due to its unflinching nature. The settlers believed this bird to be stupid or fearless. To some, the dodo's meat was unpalatable, unpalatable, but others viewed it favorably despite toughness. So they saw the dodo as a delicacy, and now they're dead. But I have one. It may be in Minecraft, but still, I have one. Oh, I would love to own a dodo. There's so many creatures I want in real life. The main animals I would love to have in real life are dodo, Statocosaurus, Pentaceratops. I think those are mostly it. Alan! I did get Alan his own bed, and he does now sleep down here, so we're good. I did move those down to the floor, but they're still on their smooth stone. Everything in here is basically the same. Still all the same DNA, except for the quagga. I did, of course, I made him last episode, you saw, but I did do some mining. I got a bunch of... I did also fight some tars. I got a good bit of tar drops for us to analyze. Psittipati, Forstrachus, Anotis, Confuciornis. I don't know how to say that one. Tyrannosaur, Adaphosaurus, and Spinosaurus, which I'm hoping we get. And I got a Scarab Gem. And not just one Scarab Gem. I got 3, which was amazing because I got the first one. I was like, awesome, a Scarab Gem. And then I got these 2, like an hour after I got the first one. I got these 2 within a minute of each other because I literally mined them in the exact same spot. And I can show you where I mined them. It's actually somewhat close to the surface, and it's not in that huge cave over there. But we got a lot of fossils. Ankylosaurus foot, Gallimimus vertebra, Pachyrhinosaurus leg bone, Allosaurus arm, Megalania, Quetzal, Mammoth, Brachiosaurus, Deinonychus, Pteranodon, Ceratosaurus, Diplocalus, Ichthyosaurus, Therizinosaurus, Dodo, Protoceratops, which I'm really hoping we get, and we have 2 bones, so it's a somewhat good chance. Tiktaalik, Pachycephalosaurus again, Pachycephalosaurus, Stegosaurus, Plesiosaur, Quagga, Sarcosuchus, and Sarcosuchus. Not to mention 3 stacks and 2 biofossils, 3 stacks and 19 shell fossils, and 3 tar fossils, which is part of the reason why I then went for tar drops. And we already have Sarcosuchus, Ankylosaurus, Stegosaurus, and Therizinosaurus. What I am specifically doing is I'm clearing that island out for an herbivore enclosure. 1 herbivore enclosure. So once I get that done, we will start hatching some of the larger herbivores like Ankylosaurus, Therizinosaurus, Stegosaurus, and Triceratops. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with anything else. I think I'm going to keep most of the carnivores to a semi-small enclosure. But we can start analyzing these, I guess. Let's throw in the tar fossils, or the tar drops first. We'll get them cooking. And then... So yeah, we're basically just going to wait for these to go. So they're both done. I didn't exactly see when it got done. But we got a decent bit of tar fossils, which I'm actually okay with. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to throw stack of tar fossils in here. And we're going to dump the rest of them in here because I don't have room anywhere else. Let me split this. And we'll go put the rest of this upstairs. Yeah, the random stuff is here, along with... I don't know where the rest of the charcoal went. I actually have no idea. Volcanic rock. Okay. We can put the Dinopedia back, because I don't need that anymore. Alright. We're going to start off with the shale fossils. And we can move these over here. At least a few of them. And remember, these are all the duplicates. Put that back. Okay. Start off with shale fossils. Wait a minute. No. What am I doing? There we go. Split those decently even. And those. Now we wait for these to be done. Alright. Okay. I don't know how long those have been done for. I wasn't paying attention again. Let's see. What did we get from the shell fossils? Ooh. Okay. Okay. So, I already see Diplocalus. I see Orthopleura. I see Meganeura. I see Edaphosaurus. Oh no, Dimetrodon. And Edaphosaurus. Velociraptor. Jurassic Dryness. Yes. Tiktaalik. Megalodoraptus. And another Logodamus. That's just from this side. Okay. More Meganeura, more Dimetrodon, more Tiktaalik, more Diplocalus. Another one of those things. More Jurassic Dryness, more Dilophosaurus, more Orthopleura. Still don't know how to pronounce that guy. Don't know. I believe this is a sea scorpion. If I'm correct, I believe this is a sea scorpion. Not bad. Not bad at all. So we can go ahead and put all of these guys over here. So let's put the main ones I like over here first. So that would be Orthopleura, Dimetrodon, Edaphosaurus, Diplocalus, Jurassic Dryness, Tiktaalik, and Meganeura. And then we'll just filter those in afterwards. So not bad at all. I really enjoy what we got. So now we can actually go to the tar fossils. Which I don't have as many, but hey. It's something, right? It's something. I'm not expecting to get much from them, but if we can at least get a Smilodon and some terror birds, maybe another mammoth or an elasmotherium, I'll be happy. No, that's extra dirt. I'm gonna have a lot of extra dirt after I do the hill or the island. Tough. Yes. And for the bone meal, we'll take it out to the farm. Which I actually forgot to mention. Alan can now go outside. I do still have it on peaceful because I'm going to have it on until I'm done with the island. But that way I can work at night. But yeah, I could turn it to easy and Alan can now have free range because he will not die. Wait, not the animals, the farm. Speaking of which, looks like it's time to harvest. So we will just take two of those, just in case. For any of the unfinished. Yeah, I think that's basically it. And then we will waste it immediately. But no. Looks good. And while the tar fossils are analyzing, I can actually do the farm. Which is incredibly nice. Okay. Do the potatoes now. I don't know what poisonous potatoes are useful for in vanilla Minecraft, but in fossils and archaeology, they actually do have a use. So, as much as I normally would throw them out, I actually don't need to anymore. And now carrots. Yay, carrots. Sugarcane is not a huge thing for me. I don't need it. I don't see a reason for it. But if I have it, I might as well harvest it, right? Right. Okay. Pumpkins. And my newest addition, melons. I didn't have melons before, but that's the skeleton spawner provided me with melon seeds. So, I can now harvest melons. Melons. And also take 2 of these up here. Well, 2 melon seeds. Break these. And now all of these are melons. Lovely. There we go. Okay, now we can dump these in here. So potatoes. Potatoes. I don't normally keep extra seeds because I don't normally ever really need extra seeds, but I guess I'll keep them. Pumpkins. Sugarcane. I'm going to keep bone meal in this last slot, and then we'll throw melons here. And then wheat. Wheat. Pumpkin seeds. What would I need pumpkin seeds for? I'm going to put whatever seeds I have left into these guys' feeder. Pumpkin seeds and wheat seeds. There we go. Done. Alright. Now, in vanilla Minecraft, these are just called seeds. Right? I did not notice that in fossils and archaeology it was labeled as wheat seeds. What's up, Alan? How you doing? Okay, 8 and 7. So we'll watch this one for the final view. Alright, they're done. So we're gonna check this one first. Ooh. Okay. Smilodon, Dodo, Elasmotherium, Gastornis, Mammoth, Clankin, and Forest Rocket. So we officially have every variant of Terror Bird. Cat, Ocelot, Fox, Axolotl, and Bat DNA as well. Okay, let's move these all up here. We'll move these over here. Okay. Megalania, nice. Megaloceros again, Gastornis, Kalankin, Titanus. More Megalodon, another Mammoth, Wolf DNA, Cat DNA, Fox DNA, Panda, I love pandas, and Dolphin. More Dolphin DNA. And of course bone meal and volcanic rock. Okay. So with that being done, let's start throwing in some of these here that don't have duplicate. Do these? No, they don't. Remember, Dino, they don't have duplicates. Okay. Four mammoths. Kalankin, Forstrachus, Gastornis, Titanus. All four variants of terror birds. Smilodon, Megaloceros, Megalania, Elasmotherium, Dodo, might have to get Clive some friends, and Megalodon. And of course, Dolphin, Panda, Axolotl, Wolf, Cat, Ocelot, Bat, Fox. I'm probably going to end up bringing back the Fox. Maybe the Wolf. The Axolotl and Pandas, definitely. Dolphins, I don't know. Don't know about dolphins. Where do the duplicates start? Right there. So these are of all duplicates, or at least creatures of the same creature but different bones from the same creature. So let's throw in, let's do the carnivore now. Spinosaurus and Tyrannosaurus. We'll throw in there, and then here we'll throw in Ceratosaurus and Allosaurus. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ah. No Spinosaurus or T-Rex yet. That's okay. That's okay. Forstrachus. Megalania. Mammoth. All Cenozoics. We got another Ceratosaurus. Nice. Okay. I'm okay with that. I did want Ceratosaurus. It was in my book and quill. Speaking of which, where is my book and quill? I feel like I would have had it somewhere important, but I can't seem to find it now. What's up, Alan? Is it in my random chest? No. Nature, no. Nope. 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 No. Nope. No. See, I'm wondering if Fossils and Archaeology has like some weird glitch where it just like gets rid of random items. Because I have no idea where my book and quill of creatures I want. Oh. I'm dumb. Ceratosaurus was one I wanted. So let's see. What do we have that I wanted? We have Ceratosaurus, Megalania, Therizinosaurus, Dimetrodon, Dodo. We still don't have Psittacosaurus, Protoceratops, Spinosaurus, or Dilophosaurus. But everything else I think we have other than... Well, Spinosaurus is going to be late game, so we don't have him, of course. But... Yeah, I never put anything back in there. I'm... Yeah. Okay. Mammoth! Yay! Okay, Quetzal. I noticed Pteranodon. No. Hey, Prostracus. Nice. Okay. So, these are the only things that technically aren't considered dinosaurs. I don't know what Cetipati is. I think it's like a Gallimimus. But I think he's still considered. So, we'll do these groups. Dilophosaurus! Let's go! Okay, so we'll throw in these guys, and we'll throw in these guys. Alright, nice. So, Mammoth and Forstracus again. Dilophosaurus, we have 3. I hope Dilophosaurus are social creatures. I gotta think about what else I could put in here with the coelacanth, because I definitely put in the trilobites. I can't put in Jurassic Tyrannus because I believe he will kill them. Tiktaalik, not sure, but he could easily escape into open water because Tiktaalik is actually the poster child for why we are here, supposedly. He is the fish who decided that it would be a good idea to crawl out of the water. So he could easily escape. So we're going to have to make a different enclosure for him. Deinonychus and another Ankylosaurus. So this is that little bird I was talking about. So Aquilodama, who I thought was a bird, is actually not. He is a sea creature. It's this guy who's a little bird. Okay. Nothing really? Oh, I would have loved to have had a Brachiosaur. Oh, that's okay. Okay, duplicates now. Okay. Let's throw in Diplocalus. And then let's throw in here Ichthyosaur. And then we'll just start watching him here and see what we get. Bone and A. Piece of bone meal. Okay, so let's throw in the Therizinosaurus. And what do we get here? One Ichthyosaur. Okay. Dodo. Go. Actually, let's throw this in here. Ichthyosaur's new, at least. Come on. Give me... I forget what I put in. I don't even remember what I put in here. Therizinosaurus is this, right? No. Oh, so this must have been Therizinosaurus. Protoceratops, please, I'm begging you. Give me a Protoceratops. We got another Dodo, that's good. No, this chest, thank you. How many Dodos do I have? 3. Let's throw in Tiktaalik. Yes! Protoceratops! And both of them, too. I got 2 Protoceratopses. That makes me extremely happy. Okay. Pachycephalosaurus. Bone and... bone. Dang, that's a bummer. It's not like I already have 4 of them. I'm actually totally fine with that. Stegosaurus. And yeah, I guess that's it. 2 more Pachycephalosauruses. We can get him a friend. We can get Cypher some friends. Awesome. Plesiosaur. Yeah. Come on, give me a Stegosaurus. Yeah, we got another Stegosaurus. That makes 3 Stegosauruses that we can have. And they are social creatures, so it's pretty good we have a good number. Quagga. And then my favorite, Sarcosuchus, which I'm really looking forward to. Which, yep, didn't get anything from them. We got another Quagga. We have a chance to get a better, faster Quagga with better jump stats, but Can't exactly say that we will be doing that, though. Hey, 2 more quaggas. I'll take it. And then bone meal. Okay. Sarcosuchus time. Let's hope for a Sarcosuchus. Bone. Let's throw the volcanic rock upstairs. Then we'll throw in the biofossils. Wait, no, volcanic rock. Yes, there we go. Nice. Okay. The chest is empty again. It actually feels very nice. No! Come on, give me another Sarcosuchus. Yes! Okay. I have 1. That's okay. That's okay. Will put me to a max of 2 Sarcosuchus. Which I believe they're also semi-social, but I'm not entirely sure. So don't quote me on that. I might be terribly wrong. Nice. Okay. So we'll take the bone meal out to the farm. Which I guess now I technically have a sustainable amount of bone meal, kind of. Yeah. So, another video of nothing but getting an enormous amount of DNA. And you got to learn about the coelacanth, quagga, dodo, and, well, Pachycephalosaurus you got to learn about last episode. So, let's sit here and wait. To go. And we are finished. Oh, almost. Now we are. Okay. So, refresh on what we have. I don't think you can get green DNA or blue DNA from those, but just in case, bat, fox, ocelot, cat, wolf, axolotl, panda, dolphin, bear with me, Longidermis, Dicronurus, Scotoharpius, Megalojapterus, Walliceroptis, Meganura, Tiktaalik, Chrysogdrinus, Diplocalus, Edaphosaurus, Dimetrodon, Arthropleura, Quagga, Megalodon, Dodo, Elasmotherium, Megalania, Megaloceros, Smilodon, Titanus, Gustornis, Forstrachus, Kalankin, Mammoth, Pachycephalosaurus, Protoceratops, Ichthyosaur, Aquilama, Dimorphodon, Confuciornis, Ceratosaurus, Ankylosaurus, Ornitholestes, Sarcosuchus, Deinonychus, Liopleurodon, Triceratops, Quetzalcoatlus, Stegosaurus, Compsognathus, Mosasaurus, Therizinosaurus, and Velociraptor. Still looking for Dilophosaurus and Spinosaurus and Psittacosaurus. So, ooh, okay. I see Pachyrhinosaurus, Diplodocus, yes, Pteranodon, another Liopleurodon, so you can get pink DNA. Alligator gar, nice. Nautilus, nice. More Pachycephalosaurus, more Sarcosuchus, Dryosaur, Stegosaurus, Compsognathus, and Ornitholestes. Okay. So we're gonna dump all these in here. We only have 4 spots left for new ones. I'm going to be bringing back the alligator gar and the Nautilus. Ooh. Psittacosaurus. Amazing. Ichthyosaur, Dimorphodon, Triceratops, Dilophosaurus. Yes, and we got 3 of them too. Confuciornis, Psittipati, Ornitholestes, Henotus, Compsognathus, and Ankylosaurus. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. And the entire chest is full with DNA, and we don't have any left over that we have to throw in another chest. Awesome! We have a full chest full of DNA. Not to mention, with all these combined, it's a double chest full. So, yay! That's probably going to be it for this episode, honestly. As much as I love making these videos, and I want to post more than once a week, but it's just... the only reason I was able to post once a week twice last week was because of the situation of... I had 2 videos recorded and I needed to post them before I could film, well, this one. But since I got them both edited, they're both ready to be posted. Yeah, that's basically it. So, I don't really have anything else to do. I guess that's gonna be it. So, thank you guys for watching. Next episode, we will definitely bring back something. The Nautilus and the Alligator Gar are a 100% for next episode, so if you got names for those, let me know. Start thinking of names for some of the larger herbivores like Ankylosaurus, Stegosaurus, Triceratops, Pachyrhinosaurus, and Diplodocus, because they will be getting revived very, very soon. I can promise that. So, start thinking of names. Let me know in the comments. And 90 out of 100% times, I will use your names. It's a way to leave your own personal stamp on this world. So, with that being said, I will see you all in the future. Okay, so it's been 2 days since I recorded the very first part of this video. There is a small piece that I have to tell you in order for this to make sense. Of course, when mining the other island where I will put the herbivore pens, while I was mining that flat, I came across some fossils. Now, the fossils are not in either of these chests, and they are not being analyzed, but I have already analyzed them, which is why there's more chests, because we got too many to hold in one. So I have moved the aquatic orange DNA into this chest, so I had room for the newcomer in this chest. And I have gone ahead and put some of the larger herbivores, which will take place on the island, up here, including the newcomer Parasaurolophus. I got a Parasaurolophus and a Stegosaurus from that batch, but I don't remember what else I got. I do believe I got another compy, but I am not certain, because I didn't really take a look at what I got. I just kind of threw everything in here, realized I don't have enough room for para, so then I moved the chests around. But I do know that I got a para and a stego, so I figured I'd just give you that update, let you know. We got a Parasaurolophus now, so now we can start on the next part, next episode, which is actually turning that island into a bunch of enclosures. So that's the end for today.